Now that Pete Hegseth has been confirmed as Defense Secretary, he begins a term that will be immediately marked by security at the border. But there's a lot of different initiatives that President Trump has eyed for the military that he might need to take on very quickly. First of all, Trump has questioned whether or not all of the aid for Ukraine is necessary. And the new administration is eyeballing that aid to see if it could be better spent or if it should be parsed out in a way that gets Ukraine to the negotiating table faster. But there's a lot of issues inside the building that Trump will want his defense secretary to take on as well. In his very first action as president, Trump removed protections for transgender troops that had been put into place under President Biden. And it's expected that following that, Trump will again instate a ban on transgender troops from serving.
Mr. President, what makes you confident that those are not going to be blocked by the courts?
I don't think they will. I don't think they can be. They're very straight up. Okay.
Sir, this is an executive order realigning.
Another one that we're watching is reproductive care for troops. Under the 2022 Dobbs Supreme Court decision, former Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin immediately put into place some policies and reimbursement so that troops that were based in states that no longer had access to abortions or to IVF treatment or other reproductive care options could not only take leave, but could have their travel expenses reimbursed for the trip, not their medical expenses, but the travel expenses that they would have to incur in order to get to a state that had that kind of care. We've all been closely watching whether there'll be any policy changes to women in combat. Given Hegseth's initial comments about what he thought about women in combat, however, those views have seemed to evolve during his Senate confirmation hearing, and it's not clear whether he'll make any sort of sweeping policy changes as to the number of positions that women can serve in.
Other than the president, no official plays a larger role in telling the men and women in uniform, the Congress, and the public.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.